Yes, it was definitely all right today. Just like these 3 points today won't help at all for the game at away at Preston, because Preston plays a completely different style of football in comparison to Ipswich. It's a completely different approach, and for me, it's also no coincidence that they had such an impressive start into the season. So this side, especially in the home games, plays with lots of intensity and lots of physicality and pretty direct and aggressiveness, and you have to be ready for the battle. And I think, especially in the home games, and especially after perhaps even a bit poorer result, they will be even more on it in the home game, because they know with a good performance, a good results against Leeds United, they can also win their momentum back. So we have to be fully aware that it will be a battle, and we have to be ready for a completely different approach. And it's a really dangerous side and tough place to go. We have to be at our best in order to win the points again. Yes, sadly we are in a period when sadly we have to go 3 weeks more or less without a day off. It's a bit stranger, because normally during this time everyone wants to spend some time with the family, but I also tell my players they lead such a privileged life. This is also the price you have to pay sometimes, and I don't want to hear any moans or something like this about this. So they have to be professional. For that, yes, we are in tomorrow, recovery session for the players who were pretty much involved today. Proper session on the pitch for a smaller group of players who didn't have that many minutes. Then, yeah, for me and my coaching staff, already more analyzing and preparing for Preston. Then the day after Christmas Day, training, also team meeting about Preston, the way they play, the travel to Preston. Then we spent the day in the hotel, or the night in the hotel, and then the game. And yes, then you have to repeat everything for the next games, because it's always the same turnaround. So it's important that the players spend even more importance on their nutrition, on their sleep, on good recovery, on good habits. That's quite crucial and needs lots of work. But it's important during this time of the year and this festive period. You have to win many points if you want to finish in a good position, and for that we have to be absolutely professional.
Is this where you see the attitude of players, like say Luke Haley not involved today, Charlie Crosswell not involved again today? Is this where it's the most important that they stay at that level in terms of keeping the pressure on the rest of the side?
Yes, exactly. So Luke sadly was no chance because he had some knee problems. That was the reason he was not in the squad. I also hope that he can return back pretty soon. The same. Perhaps even with Sam Byram. So rehab looks good. So I hope that he can perhaps even return a bit quicker than just in the new year. We will see what the next days will bring with Jamie Shackleton. I hope also the same, that he can be perhaps in one of the next games be a topic already for the squad. Also hope that Jadon Anthony will be back pretty soon, because illness, normally you need 2 or 3 days, and pretty quick normally you can be back in training. So yes, we need all the players right now, and I also think that we won't start each and every game in the same starting lineup when you have 4 games within 9 or 9.5 days. So for that we need all the players in the whole squad, especially during this festive period. Yes.
Graham?
Can I ask about Patrick Bamford and his general happiness and demeanour? After games recently, he's gone straight off, and I know there's no rule that says players have to walk around and applaud everyone, but is he happy at Leeds right now?
Well, you have to ask Patrick. I can just judge what I see, and I have to say, so his attitude and his behavior in the dressing room and on the training pitches is brilliant. So he's so supportive. He talks a lot also with Joel, with Georgie, because especially Georgie is still a younger striker, or with Joffy Geller, to give some tips because of his experience. And if you would ask these players like Joffy or Georgie, you would say, no, it's brilliant to have a guy like Patrick around, because it's always with his experience, also experience about the championship. You can always learn, and I think it's very beneficial. And I just can praise his attitude and his character so far. Obviously, I was also a striker and also a goal scorer. And then the life is just good if you score. I feel he's happy when we win, when we are successful. But I can remember my times. I was just 100% completely happy when I have also scored a goal. You need also this mentality a little bit as a striker, and for that I totally can understand when after a game like today when we won, but he was also desperate to score a goal in the last 15 minutes when he was on the pitch, and to break a little bit the curse during the season and to be there with a goal. I totally understand, and it's also quite normal for a natural born striker that you are not really happy if you don't score or if you don't play each and every minute. That's quite normal. So for that, I have no signs that he's not happy. Obviously, I know that obviously he would prefer if he would start each and every game, but we have lots of competition and top players, and each of my player has to accept that sometimes he's not in the starting lineup, or sometimes like proper players today, not even in the game day squad. If you want to be successful as a club, you need to have this competition, and that's what we have.
That was a breakthrough for Jed today at left back. Really impressive performance, his best so far in that position. Are you quite excited by what he could do in 2024, especially when Sam is back to compete with him?
I was excited when we signed him about his potential, and devastated with his long-term injury, because I know it was a difficult start into the season for him anyway, and then to be out for more or less 8 weeks was difficult for him. I think solid performances the first 2-3 games when he came in, and I mentioned also I wanted him to step up and I've asked for it, and he did this today. So well done to him. Also good for his standing within the group, for his confidence. But it was also just one game, so I'm far away from praising him too much. He has to keep going and has to deliver many good performances in order to label him then really like also a crucial part for us during the season. But he has the potential to do this, and he has at least one really outstanding performance right now. But he has to keep going. So quality is not just one good game or one good week or perhaps one good month. Quality is always when you perform with consistency over long-term level. And this is also what I want to see from him.